work at the Port Vickery Fishing. Thank you for choosing my thumbnail and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm on my annual autumn holiday for half term with the kids and the family. We went out of this big house with my wife's family. There's like 30 of us. It's a bit full on. So I try to break it up with as much fishing as I can. Generally get out really early in the morning and catch some fish. But Devon, as beautiful as it is not the best place for river fishing for coarse fish. There's hardly any coarse fish at all. But on the way to Devon, I do come past a lovely bit of the Avon. So we're going to have a little fish there on the way there and on the way back. You'll enjoy this bit. I quite enjoyed the fish in the Avon. This turkey's quite funny. He's part of the farmyard where we're staying. He's quite friendly. He's beautiful and ugly at the same time. He has a little shake like this. He's cool. It's autumn half term and we're going down to Devon, but on the way just so happens to pass a river, so passing a river is as good excuse as any to fish a river. So I'm now on the upper Avon. I came here before with the boys on the way back from a holiday and caught a really nice dace. So it's been in my mind since, and I've had a cast, and first cast, look what I've got. So yeah, very first cast, a 10-ounce dace, 10 ounces. I think my PB's only 11, so I'm quite optimistic of getting a better one. So we'll keep casting and keep going. There he goes. Yeah. So the river, we had absolute deluge last night, quite a few really heavy showers, and this bit's quite shallow, it's only like 2-3 foot deep, but the river comes down here and there's a big slack in here where people come in with their dogs and drinking and whatnot, so I'm hoping all the fish are holding up in here. I'm not too bothered about it being flooded because the Avon's really clear and I know there's lots of big roach in here, and I'm hoping with a bit of colour they might come on the feed. I'm using my acolyte, which I haven't, oh there's a fish, which I haven't used for quite a while. I've been using my little short rod and this feels massive. It's a good fish. I think it's another dace. It is a good dace. Could you pass me the net please, Ollie? Well, you want to do the honours? No, we've got it. Yeah. Oh, it's a grayling. Here we go. Second cast. Or second fish. It's a nice grayling. Oh, they are so wiggly, grayling. Oh, they are so wiggly. They are so wiggly, grayling. They really are. They are a right handful. If you ever see a picture of somebody holding a grayling for a pose, I don't know how they do it. I really don't. They are tensing their muscles all the time, almost like eels. But, yeah, really difficult. Right, let's see what else is down there. Alright, so yeah, we're just trotting maggots, usual stuff at 8, number 4 stick float, and size 18 hook down to a 10 or 11 bottom. I just spilt all my maggots, which was a bit of a shame because I didn't want to put them in my maggot pouch. But yeah, the flow comes in just sheltered off that bit of bush there, just runs down. There doesn't seem to be that many fish actually in the flow. They're mostly in this slack water, which is why I chose it, albeit it was the first spot to come to, but it was quite handy because it looks like one of the better spots. Seems to be a few fish here. Oh, there's a bit of fish taking me across the river. Oh no, I thought it was a trout, but I think that's a really, well, he's gone off from the net. I think that's an even bigger dace. Let's have a look. Oh, these dace in here are averaging, look at the average size of the dace for a tree that size. 8-10 ounces. Conkers. It's nice fishing. Gonna need the net, all. Gonna need the net. I think I've got another trout. There's quite a lot of trout in here. The net man's on it. Well done, net man. Well, that's a pretty little brownie. I think it's a brownie. Yeah, that's definitely a brownie. God, he's only just hooked. Look at that. He's just in there. Right. Put him back. Right. You don't really need to cast. You just need to swing. Now open the bail on. And then you need to be able to trap the line with your hand when you get a bite. Yeah? So keep your get your fingers like that.
Cool on.
Oh. Don't reel too much because you don't need to reel too much. Ollie's just asked to have a go. Don't reel, you don't need to reel because it's a really long rod. You might need to reel backwards if anything. Oh, Ollie's got himself a grayling. I don't think you've ever caught a grayling before. Let the clutch out. Go on, give it a swing. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Ugh. No, Ollie's got himself a nice dace. Well done, Ollie. First time. It's quite a handful of 15-foot acolyte rod for a young boy. You want to put it back?
Sure.
Okay, here you go. Got him?
Yep.
So yeah, that was the Avon. I really enjoyed the Avon. I'd love to fish the Hampshire Avon more. It's a bit far away from me. I'm going to fish the Avon again on my way home a bit later on in the video. But what I was hoping to do on the main part of this holiday was go and fish on Dartmoor. On Dartmoor there's a really cool pub called the Two Bridges, and it's on the West Dart or East Dart, can't remember which one it is. It's owned by the Duchy of Cornwall, but it's all fly fishing. And I don't do any fly fishing, and I was hoping to go down there and just flick little tiny trout spoons and catch some brown trout, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. There's a little stream down the road that I catch some little brown trout in some videos that you'll see up here, but I've done that every year and I'm a bit bored of it, to be honest. So I'm going to try and investigate to see how we can get on getting on the River Dart. So these were the little lures I was hoping to use. Right here, in a video back here, up here, I was trout fishing on a really small little river, and I was using a spinner with treble hooks and it was all a bit too big. But anyway, so I went online and bought these little lures. They're really cute. And I think they're only like a £5. Anyway, I'm hoping to throw some of these about for some of these trout. Nice little single hook. I know the water's very peaty, so I'm thinking these bright oranges and golds, because the brown trout, they're only like this big, but they're stunning markings. But anyway, in the meantime, gonna have a bit of fun with the kids. Conkers, little conkers. My kids don't know how to play conkers. They've never heard of it. So I said to them, "Oh, you put it on a shoestring." They're like, "What? I thought you throw it at each other." So I'm gonna drill these out. We're gonna have a bit of a game of conkers. Oh, there's some good ones. Got a few to get the kids going. Just need to drill a hole. Right, I've got some conkers, I've drilled them out, and we're going to get the boys. They're just not getting it, are you, Ollie?
No.
Really enjoy it. Come on. Right, boys, do you want to play some conkers?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah? Let's get going. Let's have a go.
Ready?
Right, the boys are sort of getting conkers. Oh, well done, Ollie. That was a good hit on there.
Oh, I smashed the knot out.
Have you smashed it? No?
I smashed the knot. Look, it's got no knot.
Yeah, you'll go. Right, still not quite sure of the point of the game, but what's the point of any game? That's it. Go on, Lexi, get lined all up. Don't move it, Ollie.
I didn't move. I'm dead
okay,
still.
go on then, you'll go. You'll go, yeah. Oh! Right. Go on then, you got to go straight down. Right, you ready? You ready? Hold it so that you don't let go of the string. That's it, yeah. Right. You moved!
No, I didn't! You hit it!
Out the way, you got to just hold it.
You moved.
I didn't move at all. Ah, you missed it. It's my go. Right, hold it so that... Yeah, that's it, that's it. Right. Right. Oh. So I'm actually going to get to do some fishing, but unfortunately it's just down the local park where I've done 2 or 3 videos before, but it's going to be a bit different. I'm going to get my waders out. I'm going to lure fish for these little trout in all the pools and do it walking upstream, which will be quite cool actually. I'm quite looking forward to it, but it'll only be 10-15 minutes, and you know, otherwise I wouldn't have a video. Here's first look at the river. I'm quite pleased it's not as fast flowing as I thought. All that water from yesterday's obviously washed out. So yeah, I've got a free pass and got down the river. It's right in a bit of a, well, it's in a public park. I always feel a little bit self-conscious in these sort of places. I think somebody's going to be like, oi, what are you doing? But anyway, we've made a few casts and catch some little trout. I'm only going to fish for 45 minutes whilst there, and then have a Devon tea. Right, here's the first spot. Parish Council filled this bay in. I don't know what's happened there, why they've done that. Let's make the first cast. I'm pretty confident I'm going to catch one quite quickly. I was hoping to wade in the water over there. A bit deeper than I thought. There's one. Doesn't take long to catch fish. Bless him. Look how beautiful he is. Absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you what, he's a game little fella. That lure's nearly as big, well it's not as big, but it's a third of his size. Oh, oh. Drops out, let's get him out. Right, I'm going to get in the water and have a bit of a wade, because I like wading. It was the worst bit, getting in the water. Plus once you're in the water it's always easier to fish, because the trees can't grow in the water, they can go on the side, and I like feeling connected to the fish like this. Pretty cool bit of fishing in here, to be honest. Albeit I'm not actually catching quite as many trout as I thought, but anyway. Let's give this bad boy a go. Nom 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 nom.
What you going to do this afternoon?
Right, I've had my Scotch egg. That was nice. Said hello to the kids briefly. That's how I like it. See if we can catch another one. There's one. Yeah. I had a brief go on the orange lure, and the orange lure really didn't. Well, no, that's a better one. Come here, mate. Oh, look at that beautiful trout. Come here, mate. Oh, don't fall off. Oh, making a pig's ear of that. Look at that. Hang on, you probably can't see that very well. Absolutely stunning brownie. Look at the spots on them. I think I'm going to crimp that barb down in a minute. Absolutely stunning. You couldn't get a prettier fish. You really couldn't. Right, that was a really great little session. It was only about an hour, if that. But I think I caught 2 or 3 little trout. Lost a few. It was good fun. Hello everybody. Yeah, there's a bit of a break in the holidays, so my wife and my daughter have gone shopping, and the boys are just playing hide and seek. So I'm taking a moment to tie some hooks ready to go back on the Avon, because I think I'm not going to get a chance to do any more course fishing around here. So I'm going to concentrate on doing the Avon. I might do a little bit more trout fishing, but anyway, in this chub video the other day up here, I was losing chub left, right and centre, and I had something quite that hadn't happened before. Normally, this is my standard stick float maggot fishing, B520. The hook bloody straightened on me on a chub. I think that was number 5 I'd lost, and I'd been stepping up the hook length size, and then the hook bloody straightened on me, which was really annoying. Anyway, so I'm going to just tie up some of these to have in my hook case, because normally I've got all B520s and some silver SFL silver Preston hooks, but they're normally all B520s, and then I'll do a 10mm Supplex and a 12mm Supplex and then a 15mm Supplex,
the 15mm Supplex wasn't breaking, but the hook bent out on that, so I'm going to tie some 15mm Supplex with some size 16s of these big bad boys. 16s are a bit big. I was hoping I had some 18s somewhere, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to do for the next 20 minutes. Right, that's one done, and so I'm just going to do another 8 or 10 of those, get that done. Something in the type of fishing I do in really short periods of time, when you've got a bit of downtime, is just get your rigs in order. Right, I do the, I've got to do this a bit later. Something that saves a lot of time is making your stick float rigs up. I've only got one. I've only got this standard 8 number 4 set up, but just on double pole winders. These are really good. Then have a duplication of every single one. There's a video up here of how to tie a stick float. Then you can just come to the water, thread your line through, tie it on, and you're good to go. And it's all shotted right from last time. I have got some of these big corum glides because I'm going down the River Test and the Itching in November. I'm looking forward to making that video. And you just need a bit bigger, like an Avon. I've got some Avons, but not really big ones. I don't like really big, heavy, bulky stuff. But these corum glides, I haven't given them a try yet. I had to buy some specific rubbers for these corum glides. So just if you ever going out buying these, you've got to get the corum range of float rubbers, because most standard float rubbers don't go over that big bad boy tip. And I think I might be able to see this tip even without these. Anyway, let's tie some more hooks. I do quite enjoy this side of fishing. It's not something you talk about, all the prep and stuff like that. It doesn't sound very glamorous, but it's got its own unique calmness to it. You just have a think about what you're going to catch and how you're going to catch them, and the next place to go fishing and times you went and all that sort of stuff. So I do quite like this bit. I used to be quite into match fishing, and prepping rigs used to be a bane. I really hated it. I'd be prepping tying pole floats and endless hook lengths, and it sort of put me off match fishing. But yeah, just doing a bit like this every now and then is quite nice. So I've tied up loads of hooks. I'd like to say it took me 20 minutes to tie 20 hooks, but it took me more like an hour. I'm not as practiced as it is. And I've just been online and booked my ticket for the Avon on Friday. So yeah, just going to chill out. The only thing I've got to do is get some maggots, and yeah, I might, like I say, might try and catch a trout somewhere in between. But yeah, next time I see probably getting some maggots or on the river. So I've made it back to the Avon. This is the return journey from holiday down in Devon. I've followed a rain cloud all the way up from Devon. It's been absolutely peeing it down, but the river's carrying a bit. But because it's raining, I'm just going to explore this bit of water with a lure rod first, and then come back after I've found some pike, which is probably where the silverfish are, and then fish it with some maggots later. Let's make a cast. Absolutely loads of mistletoe on the trees around here. It's full of them over there. Tons of it. I've noticed there's a lot of mistletoe in Hampshire. He's not hanging about, thankfully. I'm sure if I had a pint of maggots, he'd be pestering me. So I've worked my way upstream, all of the fishery. It's pushing through quite fast. I think I'm flogging a dead horse with the lure rod, but it was better than just walking along looking. I might have caught one. I think this bit at the top stream end, it's a little bit slower. Just fishing, trotting against the reeds. Going to get a lot of weed. I'm thinking I might be better in the water. I'm a bit worried. I've only bought my short landing net. I haven't bought my 4 metre landing net, and in this flow might be a bit hard to bring them in if I get anything decent. But anyway, let's get back to the car, get unpacked, get the float rod out. Let's catch some fish. Right, so rig choice is going to be quite important today. There is a lot of flow, but not a lot of depth, which is quite a difficult combination. So
I'm thinking I'm going to start with an 8 number 4. I'm going to start with an 8 number 4 stick float, one of these, and then probably go up to an Avon, like a 3 gram Avon, something like that. I'd like to fish this, but I don't think it's going to be big enough. That's a better fish. Oh, it's a trout. It's a big trout. Just jumped out. Oh. Eight and a half going this low. I presume it's a trout. I did have a chuff the other day, tail walked me. Yeah, it's a trout. Nice one. It's not a monster. This is the trouble with this acolyte. Why I bought this other 4 metre rod. Get in there. Oh, good. Didn't think I'd land that. Lovely trout. Easily a pound. Beautiful trout. Lovely full fin. Great big gob on it. Massive gob on it. Loads of sharp teeth. I wouldn't want to be a minnow living in here. That was a good bit of sport. No, these fish have moved right down to the very bottom of the swim, and I've just bumped. Oh, saying that one's a bit further up. Yeah, I've just bumped 2 fish. Just bumped 2 fish right down the bottom there. They're almost beyond where I can see them. I think this is Grayling. Another trout, another trout. Yeah, the trout tend to be at the head of the swim. But yeah, those roach look like they're sitting right at the back. Quite hard on tackle, these trout. They do tend to get through more hooks, hook links. They've got sharp teeth. You can get bitten off on them, and you do tend to bump a few fish, which might have been what those fish were further down, because they've got bony old mouths and the hooks just don't go in. Every time I get right to the bottom of the run, there's one of these great big. Look at them. Do alright catching one of them a fun. Trouble is, it's literally right at the end of the run. I'm thinking about moving down a little bit, see if I can get in amongst the bushes. It's really hard to see where they are. And I'm cranking them in because I'm almost, or I keep anticipating a pike, despite not catching any pike this morning or earlier. I wouldn't be surprised you start catching roach anywhere, you sooner or later you get a pike come along, especially in this clear water. I'm just regretting not bringing my pike rod back, left it in the car. Yeah, look, it's right at the end of the run. It goes, under it goes again. It really is a long way down. I don't know whether they just want to sit there or whether my feeding, I can't throw it up anymore upstream. Another big old fat roach. Average bloody good size here. Oh, I think that's the best one. That one might push half a pound. Lovely. I'm sure this extra water is putting the roach on. That was a bit odd. After getting in the water to go a bit further down, I proceeded to have 10 minutes with no fish at all, and then they've come back on again. So I'm wondering whether there was a pike down there. And here's my first dace of the day. Lovely jubbly, like a dace. Quite small for the size in here. The other day I did catch loads of them. Well, not loads, but I had a few. Like 8-10 ounces. But yeah, I wonder whether that was a pike. It was very odd. Didn't get a bite at all for about 10 minutes. There was no precursor to not getting a bite. I was catching plenty. I wonder whether just a big pike sat right in my trot. So I'm hoping there's a few fish in this bit. It looks nice and steady. It's a bit overgrown with the trees. Got to be careful with the acolyte again. Oh, there was a bite. That could have been a minnow. But yeah, just a lovely pace for trotting here. I've got about 10 yards till it goes. There's a fallen down tree down there. Haven't quite sussed the depth yet. There's a fish. It's going. I keep hoping for a great big roach to turn up. I think this is a great big dace. There we go. It's one of these big Hampshire dace. Look at that. These dace are cracking. They're absolutely clonking great things. I bet that weighs 10 ounces. Beautiful dace. Lovely. That deserves an up close shot. Look at that. What a stunning fish. Ooh, look at it. That's a nice fish at the end of the run. Ooh. These fish, they're not particularly big, but they're fighting well in the flow. Well, I think this is a roach. It might be a perch. I think it's a roach. Oh, that water's cold. There we go. Lovely little roach. Something with these Avon roach, they're dumpy, but really chunky. Quite a bit of depth on them. You can see how they become 2-pounders. They've got quite a bit of body at the back there. Nice. 2-pounder would be beautiful, or even a pounder. I don't think this stretch is renowned for lots of big roach, but I can live in hope. Bite at the head of the run. Probably just weed. No, that was a bite at the head of the run. Queuing up. This one's a bit smaller. Swinger. It's a swinger. It's a roach though. Ow. Just a bit of steadier water. I think that water further up was just a bit too boiling. Lovely. I can literally just put it, now I'm in the water, I can just put it at the end of the rod tip and pull it back into the maggots, and away we go. Hopefully another one. Oh, I think that's weed. Twice that's gone there. Though that was a minnow. To be fair, that's the first minnow I've had. Sure it won't be the last. There's a better fish though, right at the bottom. I think this might be a nice roach. I think it is. No, it's a good, oh yes, good grayling. Oh, come on mate. I think the best time to pose with a grayling is straight after you caught him because he's knackered. No, stand corrected. Please. I don't know whether you... No, they will not stand still. I don't know how anybody does it. No. Oh, he's standing still. There we go. Beautiful grayling. And he's actually standing still for me. It's a miracle. Come back. Right, I think I'm going to draw it to an end. That's the end of Paul Wickery fishing on holiday in Devon. Enjoyed the fishing on the Hampshire Avon. I've got to go and explore more of it, and those little trout were quite cool. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe, and he's off like me. That's so wiggly. But yeah, he might go just over £1. Anyway, lovely. Best one of the day. Putting all his colours on for me.